Hi everyone, it's Cindy Rue with Mama Rue Crafts, and I'm here to show you my latest mini design. This is using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper to make the basic page. Then you add elements to that page to make them all different. So this is for my mother-in-law. I wanted to make a video before I gave all these away. She's very much into sewing and quilting, and I found this tablet, let's see, here it is, at Hobby Lobby. I think it's one of their new ones, Yarn and Thread Emporium, and it's a cardstock, but it's got some lovely sewing and embroidery and crochet and knitting paper in there. So I just used some Dazzle stickers and some quilting alphabet stickers to put her initials in here. So on to our first page. The basic page, oops, I'm losing a tag in the back here. Oh well, we'll leave it out. Is just like a 5 1/4 by 7. Now I added a flap. And I did some punching on the flap, and I used a Dazzle sticker. And then on this side, I made a little mini pocket for a tag in here so she can put some journaling, put a picture of one of her quilts. Then, of course, there's a big photo mat opportunity here. And on that end. And then on this side, I made a short pocket. Alright, so that's page 1. Page 2 is the same pocket, but I added a gatefold assembly to it. And I have a short vertical pocket here. Opportunity for journaling and photos. And then again, we have that long photo mat. On the back side, we have a short pocket. On this page, we have a cascade, waterfall, whatever you want to call it, but there's 3 flaps that raise up, and I use pinking shears to cut out the paper, and you can't really see it here very well, but it looked like scraps of paper. And then I used a funky little paper clip just to hold them down. And this how-to was on thinking Scraps of the Beach, or Scraps at the Beach video on YouTube on how to make these, and it's very easy. Then again, I have another gatefold card with another little tag. Now this time, I turned my flaps so they went this way. Okay? And then used a funky little paper clip to hold them together. And then on the last page, I added a corner element, or a corner pocket, and just tuck a photo mat in there. Okay? And then on the back, I did several layers of paper, and so it looked like a ruffled lace doily. Alright, to show the versatility of this, I have a brother-in-law and sister-in-law who I'm going to be seeing soon. And they both have motorcycles, and they both go on bike rides. So, I made a road trip mini. And I have little silver wings that I had found at Oriental Trader of all places. They have scrapbooking stuff. I was amazed. But they have some reasonable price and really nice stuff. Have a little motorcycle charm. Now, Kathy from Paper Phenomenon, I've talked about her before. She uses duct tape for closures now. So I adapted that and made a duct tape, fringed the ends, and made a little belt closure. And this just loosens up. They can tighten it, cinch it however tight they want, or they can just slide it off. But it's riveted, or using an eyelet or rivet on this here, so it's permanently attached. I even did a little fringe tassel out of the duct tape for that. Now, the paper is Tim Holtz Ideology. I think it's the retro grunge or retro grunge paper that I've had a while. But I used an old atlas and cut it up on places that I know they've been to. And I have this same cascade effect. Alright. Then I used a fun border punch here and left it open so they can tuck a photo in down behind there. Or a tag or whatever. And again, use these funky little paper clips to hold it closed. Now the pocket has a short, little shorter tag, so because I didn't want it to stick up, so I used a little eyelet and a little tab, and did that. Did a wavy punch here and added another one. This side's the flap. Have a little pocket for a tag. Left it open so we can put a little tag in there. Okay. And this one, oh, there's the tag. Huh. I have my gatefold with a tag here and a nice map of places they've been that they can add their photos. Another cascade. I used the Tim Holtz texture fades and did some unique designs here. Kind of goes with the excuse me, the papers. And then again I used, I don't know if you can see it, that punch, and that's EK Success from Tree Line or something like that. And this time I scrunched up, wadded up the paper, and then I grunged it up with the ink and everything. But I have it so you can fit the tag in there. Then this one I've got the same thing. And I loved how this worked with the gatefold. Gave it a unique look. And I just really liked using the map. I mean, I thought that's such a clever use and cheap use of paper. And it's places they've been. Lord knows, the atlases go out of date so fast. Here's the red version. And it's basically the same, just a little bit of different hardware. And different color combinations. But it's basically the same. Did I go off camera on the other one? I did do something different on the end. On this flap, I tore up some paper, some of the map, grunged it up, inked it, did some brown circles so it looked like a coffee stain. Then I did a road and a little star. Then on the inside, did another grunge area of a park they've been to and added so it looked like a coffee stain and stuff. So I had a lot of fun with this. I hope this inspires you to do some experimenting on your plain old pages. Add some elements that you would reserve for cards or something. Glue them onto your blank pages and add some fun embellishments. Also, check out Oriental Trader. They do have some pretty unique things that you don't find out in the stores, and the prices aren't too bad. You can find some really good deals. Matter of fact, these little pins, these artist pins, I got 100 of them for like $4 or $3, something like that. It was ridiculous. I was so excited. I was like, oh. So, but check it out, and hope you enjoy it. Again, this is a 8.5 by 11 plain page, and I may do a tutorial after our vacation, but for now I just wanted to share and give you some ideas on what you can use to decorate. So dig out those old atlases, those old phone books, you know, old magazines. Use those for background papers. You never know when the inspiration will hit you. Happy scrapping. Thank you.